Diane Abbott says the Tories are paying lip service to fighting racism after further Hester donations. We're going to read into this more from The Guardian, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Guardian with the headline that Diane Abbott says the Tories paying lip service to fighting racism after further Hester donation. The party took £5 million after Rishi Sunak condemned the businessman for saying Abbott made you want to hate all black women. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and shares across social media so others are notified of this video. To remind people who Frank Hester is, Frank Hester was one of the largest donors to the Conservative Party. This guy has donated millions of pounds of his own money to the Conservative Party, and he made a donate. And when he made the initial comments, obviously everyone in Parliament condemned it. Rishi Sunak condemned the comments and said that he apologised, but they accepted another extra 5 million from him after the comments became public. And it seems like they have taken in even more money from Frank Hester just before the general election as well. So even after everything that this man is a racist. Like, let's just call Frank Hester what he is. He is a racist. He is a racist. He's not sorry for the comments he's made. He's sorry that he's been caught out. He's not sorry for the comments he made. Frank Hester is a racist. Pure and simple, this man. And as long as he is donating to the Conservative Party, in my view, is racist. It's a racist party because they're accepting donations from a racist man. They're still taking money from him, even though they know blatantly that he's a racist. So anyone who tries to defend the Conservatives, saying that they in any way, shape or form are fighting for equalities and whatnot, you can't buy it from when they accept donations from a man who is blatantly racist. If the Conservative Party had any morals, they would give the money back, but we know that you're not going to give that money back. And the reason why I'm bringing, while this story is a few days old, I want to remind people of this because, yes, while at the moment, rightfully so, we are criticising Labour and the Labour government for some of its actions that it's made recently, it's important to remember what the Conservatives have done for the last 14 years. It's important to remind ourselves that the Tories have not changed not shred their skin, not changed anything about them whatsoever. They are still the same party that they were when they got kicked out of government. Don't care about ordinary people, want to keep cutting taxes for the rich, and don't give a damn about those who are suffering in society consistently. And it's really infuriating, but it's important for people to know that there are still scumbags of the earth still backing the Conservative Party, just like this man right here. So Diane Abbott has said the Conservatives are only paying lip service to fighting racism after it emerged their controversial donor Frank Hester had given a further £5 million to the party before the election. The donation made by his company, the Phoenix Partnership, brings his total funding to the Tories to more than £20 million, cementing his status as the single biggest donor. Hester was at the centre of a political furlough in March after The Guardian revealed that he had told colleagues that he's its healthcare company in 2019 that looking at Diane Abbott makes you want to hate all black women and that she should be shot. The police opened an investigation, Operation Brassminster, in March, which is continuing. So the investigation is still continuing into it. Hester issued an apology for his remarks about Abbott, describing him as rude, but said his criticism had nothing to do with her gender nor colour of the skin. His statement said Hester's abhorrent racism, not least because he's experienced it as a child of Irish immigrants in the 1970s. I covered all this when it all came out at the time, and he's not sorry. He doesn't care. He's perfectly, he's only saying sorry because it's in public view. Despite widespread outrage at his remarks that their eventual condemnation by Rishi Sunak, who called them wrong and racist, the Conservatives have continuously resisted calls from Labour and other parties to return the £20 million from Hester and his company. At the time, during the election, the party repeatedly refused to reveal whether he had given any more money after the row escalated. So this is a source from the Electoral Commission. Donations accepted as of end of June 2024. Frank Hester's donations make up more than 2/3 of all Tory party donations in the first half of 2024. Donations accepted by the Conservative Party by month there. So you got in yellow, you have Frank Hester, and the dark blue in all other donations. And you can clearly see there in November last year, January this year, April this year, donations all from him. Yeah, there was a small donation in March this year as well. There was also a small donation from him last year in early March, around March time, I believe they're on there as well. Yeah, so accepted donations accepted as of June, at least the ones that the Electoral Commission has been told at least. So after the further 5 million was revealed by the Electoral Commission data on Thursday, Abbott said even Rishi Sunak has admittedly reluctantly that Hester's remarks were racist, but they still took the money, and it shows that the Tories only pay lip service to fighting racism. She told The Guardian, the fact that none of the leadership candidates will say that they would not take any of his money tells you the entire slant of candidates is firmly on the right. Kate White, the new Labour MP for Leeds North West, said where Hester's firm is based, adding, Electoral Commission data shows Frank Hester's millions fueled the Conservative Party's general election campaign. Funds, the leaflets arriving at our doors, the targeting ad floods, our social media, the political advisors played down the issue. By accepting and using each money, the Conservative Party is in fact condemning these deeply troubling comments. The fact that the latest 5 million was donated days before the election meant it did not become public during the 6-week contest, when the parties had to give regular updates about donations during the campaign. Other big donations to the Conservatives in the second quarter of the year included 1.25 million from Access Industries, a company linked to the Soviet-born US-British businessman, then Banalik, may have mispronounced the name, but apologies if I did. Hester's original 10 million of donation were given to the Tories in 2023, and a further 5 million was accepted in January. 3 days after The Guardian's original story, the Conservatives accepted a further donation of £150,000 from the Phoenix Partnership. That donation had been received on March the 8th and was accepted by the party on the 14th of March. Hester's donations to the party since the beginning of 2023 represents 58% of the total national spending limit of 35 million for each party in the general election, meaning returning would have created a significant shortfall. In April, Richard Holden, the Conservative chair, refused 4 times when questioned by the BBC's Politics Live to say whether the party had accepted a further 5 million from Hester. This followed reports that Holden had said he was comfortable about accepting money when people had been clear about their views. Holden has said that Mr. Hester's apology fully on his comments at the time, and I think people would have apologised and we should accept it. When they have clearly made a major contrition, I can't comment on individual donations. It would be inappropriate. They won't criticise him because he gives them a lot of money. It doesn't matter to them. It's disgusting. The Conservatives know that he's a racist. They know that he's a terrible person. But they don't care. They don't care, the Conservatives. They're happy to take money from someone like that. And it's very sickening indeed. I think, the system itself as an overall is terrible to say the least, guys. But there's absolutely no question that Frank Hester being allowed to make these donations, and there's just nothing being done about it at all. It's quite a sham. It's a real sham, is what it is, guys. It's a real sham. I don't know if or when the Conservatives will ever grow a pair and realise that maybe they shouldn't be accepting donations from a racist man. He's not sorry. This is the point. He's not sorry about it at all, guys. Well, what do you guys honestly think? Do you think Frank Hester is actually sorry? Do you think, that it's perfectly okay for the Conservative Party to continue to take money from this man, despite the fact that he has said he's sorry for being caught, not for the comments? Let me know your thoughts and more on this story down in the comments section below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video. And subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for just 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.